Same interview, just on a different question.
The senator's conversation with Rico Garcia, what's your response?
I'm almost at a loss for words for how outrageous it is. Here's an individual, the man who's been deported to his home country of El Salvador, who's been repeatedly documented by multiple federal and state authorities to be a member of MS-13, one of the most violent and ruthless criminal organizations on planet Earth, which is now a designated foreign terrorist organization, and an individual who has been credibly implicated in human smuggling and human trafficking, an individual who is a documented woman beater, somebody who has viciously assaulted a woman in ways that shock the human conscience. That is who the Democrat Party is going to provide aid, solace, and comfort to, not to Senator Van Hollen's own constituents, like the Morin family. Rachel Morin was viciously beaten, brutally raped, and murdered, and her mother never even got a phone call from Senator Van Hollen. Or Kayla Hamilton, a young girl who was attacked in a public restaurant, raped in the bathroom, and beaten to death and murdered by an illegal alien that Joe Biden set free into the country. None of those people elicit human sympathy from Senator Van Hollen. How broken is that man's heart? How broken is his conscience that he doesn't have even an ounce of empathy or time or concern to share with those families? Or how many of his citizen constituents have been killed by the fentanyl that Joe Biden allowed into this country, by the cartels that made a fortune off of human trafficking and smuggling into this country, or the children in his state that cannot even get a good education or good health care because of the mass migration that has occurred into his state? None of that concerns him in the least. You know, his heart is reserved for an illegal alien who's a member of a foreign terrorist organization.
Guys, that's hard to believe if you listen to it and you think about it. You know, I've said from the beginning that Joe Biden should have been prosecuted for treason. Treason by opening up the borders and allowing these illegals and criminals to come in freely. It's treason. Why in the world didn't nobody stand up against Joe Biden letting them in as much as they're standing up wanting to keep them here? Why don't we have the same fight on the Republican side as far as the public? The general public we should be raising Cain right now that there's even a question that judges are trying to keep them here. If this guy didn't beat his wife, if this guy didn't belong to MS-13, if he didn't do nothing, period, whop that all away, he is still in America illegally. He's an illegal. He has to be deported. So where do you deport him? You deport him to his home country, El Salvador. What is so hard? Have you guys ever seen anybody? It's like the, what's her name again, where she gets on her and says, we don't know what they got on us. You know, what in the world's wrong with this bunch of people? This is supposed to be America. Come on, people, let's get together. Love it or leave it. But quit trying to make it, quit trying to rule the other half that actually wants law and order. Hey, thanks for joining me, guys.